Good morning. Today, as you step outside and feel that gentle warmth on your face, you might be wondering if you've woken up in the wrong season. The city is waking up, but something feels different in the air. Something strange is happening with the weather this November. Instead of the usual chill that makes you reach for your thickest coat, we're experiencing a warmth that's catching everyone off guard. People are pausing, looking up at the sky, and sharing surprised smiles with strangers. Instead of the usual cold, we're getting days that feel more like spring. The air is soft, the sun is bright, and the city feels alive in a way that's rare for this time of year. It's as if November has borrowed a few pages from April's playbook. People are out in parks, cafes have their patios open, and the air is unexpectedly mild. Joggers are swapping out their gloves for sunglasses, and families are lingering outdoors, soaking up every bit of this unusual warmth. This isn't just a pleasant day, it's a real shift from what we expect for November. Thermometers are showing numbers we usually don't see until months later, and winter coats are staying in the closet. The ground isn't freezing, and even the geese seem in no rush to head south. Lawns are still green, and the usual crunch of frost underfoot is missing. Nature itself seems to be pausing, confused by the warmth. As a meteorologist, I can tell you, this warmth is a big deal. It's not just a fluke or a lucky break, it's a sign that something significant is happening in our atmosphere. So, what's behind this November heat wave? Why are we experiencing temperatures that feel out of place, and what does it mean for the months ahead? We'll break down the weather patterns, looking at how shifting jet streams and unusual air currents are bringing this warmth to our city. We'll explore the science behind these changes and what they could signal for the future. We'll compare these temperatures to the norm, showing just how far this November has strayed from the average. You'll see the numbers, the trends, and the reactions from people who can't believe how warm it is. And we'll look at the bigger climate picture. This isn't just about one city or one season, it's part of a global story that's unfolding all around us. It's a story of jet streams, warming oceans, and a climate in flux. The forces at play are vast and interconnected, shaping not just our weather, but the very rhythms of life in our city. This isn't just small talk, it's about understanding the forces shaping our world. When we talk about the weather, we're really talking about the future, about how our lives and our environment are changing. Let's dig in and find out what's really going on with this November spring. We'll investigate, ask questions, and uncover the science behind this unexpected warmth. Stick with me as we unravel the mystery. Together, we'll discover what's driving this unusual November, and what it means for all of us moving forward. Let's put some real numbers to this unusual warmth, so we can truly understand just how out of the ordinary it is. Across many cities, we're seeing daytime highs hovering around 15 degrees. That's 59 degrees. Normally, at this time of year, we'd expect temperatures to be much cooler, typically in the range of 8 to 10 degrees C, or about 46 to 50 degrees F. That's a difference you can really feel when you step outside. This is a huge jump for November. Usually mornings are crisp and frosty, with people scraping ice off their windshields and bundling up in thick scarves and gloves. Afternoons are supposed to be brisk, with a chill in the air that reminds us winter is just around the corner. But this year, both days and nights are staying surprisingly mild. Even after the sun goes down, temperatures aren't dropping as much as they usually do. People are out in the evenings wearing just light jackets, and some nights, you might not need a jacket at all. It's almost as if the atmosphere has a fever, consistently running 5 to 8 degrees Celsius above the seasonal average. These aren't just one-off warm days, it's a persistent pattern that's breaking records in many places. The ground isn't freezing, and the cold just isn't settling in. Lawns are staying green, and some trees are even holding onto their leaves longer than usual. In some areas, people are still mowing their lawns or planting late-season flowers. This isn't just a pleasant afternoon or a lucky streak of nice weather, it's a persistent, measurable anomaly that scientists and meteorologists are tracking closely. The data is clear. Something unusual is happening. It's changing our daily routines, what we wear, how we spend our time outdoors, and even how we prepare our homes for winter. Many people are delaying pulling out their heavy coats and winter boots, and some are even putting away their space heaters for now. Millions of people are experiencing a November that feels more like April or early May. Parks and outdoor cafes are busier than usual, and people are taking advantage of the unexpected warmth. These numbers aren't just statistics on a screen, they're a clear sign that the atmosphere is out of balance. Meteorologists are sounding the alarm, and news outlets are reporting on the record-breaking temperatures. And this warmth isn't limited to just one city or region. It's widespread, stretching across entire countries and even continents. This isn't a local blip, it's a large-scale event. It's a clear signal that something big is happening in our weather system. The patterns we're seeing are unusual, and they're raising important questions about what's driving these changes. So, what's behind this extraordinary warmth? Let's take a closer look at the forces driving these remarkable changes in our climate. So, what's behind this spring-like November? If you've stepped outside lately, you might have noticed the air feels unusually mild for this time of year. People are swapping heavy coats for light jackets, and parks are filled with folks soaking up the sunshine, almost as if autumn has hit the pause button and given us a bonus round of spring. But what's really cooking up all this unexpected warmth? The main culprit is a massive high-pressure system, often called a ridge, that's parked itself right over our region. Think of it as a giant invisible dome, stretching high into the atmosphere, acting like a lid that traps warmth beneath it. This dome of air doesn't just sit there, it actually sinks, compresses, and warms up as it descends. That process clears out clouds, giving us those endless blue skies and letting the sun's rays reach the ground more directly. With fewer clouds to block the sunlight, the ground heats up quickly, making the days feel even warmer. At the same time, this high-pressure ridge acts as a barrier, blocking the usual flow of cold Arctic air from moving south. Normally, we'd expect chilly winds and frosty mornings, but this year, that cold air's being held at bay, far to the north. But that's not the whole story. Our oceans are running warmer than ever, thanks to both natural cycles and climate change. When winds blow in from the sea, they carry this extra warmth inland, adding another layer to our unseasonably mild weather. High above us, the jet stream, a fast-moving river of air that circles the globe, plays a crucial role in steering these weather patterns. The jet stream's path can shift and wobble, and right now, it's helping to lock this warm pattern in place. Warmer oceans don't just heat the air directly, they also influence the jet stream itself. When ocean temperatures rise, they can cause the jet stream to bend and meander, setting up these persistent high-pressure systems that block out the cold. It's a fascinating chain reaction. Warmer oceans lead to a wavier jet stream, which sets up these blocking highs, and that, in turn, brings us this rare November warmth. Each piece of the puzzle fits together, creating a weather pattern that feels more like late April than late fall. All these factors, high pressure, warm oceans, a wobbly jet stream, combine to create a November that feels like a gift from the weather gods. People are out enjoying the sunshine, sipping coffee at outdoor cafes, and making the most of this unexpected warmth. It's a complex dance of atmospheric forces, but the result is simple: unseasonable warmth that has everyone talking. Whether you're loving the extra sunshine or missing the usual autumn chill, there's no denying this November is one for the record books. So, let's take a closer look at the jet stream's role in shaping this unusual weather, and see how it might affect the weeks ahead. The jet stream is the atmosphere's traffic cop, separating cold from warm air. Normally it flows straight west to east, keeping weather patterns moving. Right now it's wavy, creating big northward bulges that let warm air surge far north. Under these bulges we get days or weeks of warmth. Meanwhile, deep dips in the jet stream can bring sudden, intense cold elsewhere. This wavy pattern means more extremes: warmth here, cold there. Why the wobble? The Arctic is warming faster than anywhere else, shrinking the temperature difference that powers the jet stream. With less fuel, the jet stream slows and meanders, locking in these odd patterns. The result, wild swings and stuck weather, like our current November spring. It's a direct link between climate change and the weather we feel. We can't ignore the bigger picture: global warming. A single warm spell is weather, but repeated warm Novembers are climate change in action. The planet is now over 1°C warmer than before the industrial era. Every weather event starts from this higher baseline, so natural warm spells get amplified. Greenhouse gases trap more heat, making these extremes more common and intense. The science is clear: more carbon dioxide means a warmer, more unpredictable climate. So, this November warmth isn't just a fluke. It's part of a larger trend. It's a pleasant day, but also a symptom of a changing world. The seasons themselves are shifting, right before our eyes. Let's see how far this warmth is reaching. This isn't just happening in one city or country. Across the Northern Hemisphere, from Chicago to London to Beijing, November feels like October. Farmers are finishing harvests in comfort, and city dwellers are still enjoying outdoor life. Record-breaking warmth is being reported from Europe to Asia. The same atmospheric pattern is affecting hundreds of millions. It's a global-scale event, not a local oddity. The interconnectedness of our climate means a shift in one region ripples worldwide. This November, the whole hemisphere is asking, where did autumn go? People are loving the sunshine. Parks are full, patios are busy, and winter gear is gathering dust. Businesses with outdoor seating are thriving, while winter retailers and ski resorts are worried. But beneath the enjoyment, there's unease. Many are saying, this just doesn't feel right for November. Older generations especially notice the change. Plants budding, birds lingering, seasons out of sync. The warmth is sparking conversations about climate change in a way that's personal and immediate. It's no longer an abstract idea. It's something you feel in your own backyard. This shared experience is raising awareness and concern. The weather is becoming a wake-up call. People are starting to ask, what does this mean for our future? Nature is just as confused as we are. Some plants are budding or blooming, wasting energy before winter hits. When the cold returns, these early buds will die, hurting next year's growth. Farmers risk losing crops if fruit trees bud too soon. Animals that hibernate, like bears, are delaying their winter sleep, burning precious energy. Birds are lingering longer before migrating, gambling on the mild weather. Insects that should be gone are sticking around, disrupting the food web. These shifts can have lasting impacts on ecosystems and agriculture. The timing of nature's cycles is delicate, and this warmth is throwing everything off. The consequences could last well beyond this November. So, does a warm November mean a mild winter? Not necessarily. The same jet stream pattern bringing warmth now can flip, unleashing sudden, severe cold. We could go from light jackets to snowstorms in a week, or the wavy jet stream could stick around, giving us a winter of wild swings. Mild spells, followed by deep freezes. This unpredictability makes it hard to plan for heating, snow removal, or even daily life. The lesson: climate change is making the seasons less reliable and more extreme. Enjoy the warmth, but keep your winter coat handy. The only thing we can count on is more surprises ahead. Our weather is changing, and we're all along for the ride. That's the forecast for today.